chose not to have the surgery. He chose to rest and relax and hope it goes away. And then he ended.
We took a look at Gilmore, and if we got Gilmore, we win the division. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like Stephon Gilmore.
Richard Rodgers. He's with our team over the last couple of years. But this is about our fourth time picking him up. What does that mean?
Bird Gang 31. Today, nation, we have a very special guest. Mrs. So Calm is in the building. You know, how you doing today, girl?
Good. How are you? Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for being on. I am very happy to have you here. She is also the first woman content creator on the network, BIRDGANG Nation Sports Media. So give her a hand, everybody. Welcome her with open arms to the nation.
Thank you. Happy to be part of the team for sure.
Nice. What up, Panda? How you doing, my guy? Thanks for stopping in. We also need to talk about the network as a whole. It is going to be launching this Sunday, guys. So make sure you guys go subscribe to the network channel. We are getting the links inside of this comment. So, you know, we have everybody links inside of the comment. Go subscribe to the network channel. We will be dropping our first show this Sunday. We got a pregame and a postgame. And I also will be doing a halftime show on my channel here as well. So come on, go support it. You know, hit that like on the way in, my guys. And much love. Let's get this show started. First off, how are you doing and how are you feeling about the Eagles?
I mean, I feel like it's just kind of like a long time coming. We've been through the storm. A lot of stuff has happened in terms of the Eagles team. We're a completely different team in a way, but a lot of our same guys came back. We're just healthier now. So that's a positive, but it's just, I'm just feeling about the Eagles. I'm excited, but I'm kind of just lukewarm on it. I'm not like, oh my God, we're going to win this and this. I'm just kind of like, all right, I just want them to play. I'm tired of all the talk, all the noise. Let's just have them play now. Because I'm over all this what if this, that, and but. No, let's just have them play. That's how I feel.
You leave the overexcitement to me, and that's where I come in at.
Okay, you know? Yeah, you got that.
The Birds are going to dominate this year.
Okay.
We dominating this year. It's going to be awesome, man. It's awesome. How are you feeling about Jalen Hurts, the quarterback?
I feel good. I mean, obviously we gave away, but we technically kind of gave everything away in a way just to have Jalen. Like when we drafted him, that caused that big thing with Carson, and then kind of the after ripple effect of all that and everything that's happened for Jalen. So I feel like, unlike a lot of people who are just kind of like questioning him and like, can he throw? Is he going to be in the pocket? Like all that, these concerns that people have, which are valid concerns. It's like, this is our guy. This is the person that we shook up the franchise for when we drafted him. Even though obviously maybe they shouldn't have done that in hindsight, but it happened. It was done. So for me, I'm confident in Jalen just because I know what I see, what he's doing as a leader so far. Like him being kind of like a voice in the locker room, him leading the guys, him being willing to work. And having that chip on his shoulder, like, yo, I know people don't really necessarily want me or believe in me, but I believe in me, and I'm going to just be a leader on this team, even though he's a young guy. And like I said before, it's easy to, not easy, but in the NFL, everyone can play football because you're in the NFL. Everyone has this talent, but not everyone can be a leader on a team. Not everyone can lead a locker room, especially being at such a young age. And that's so important because when it comes to championships, when it comes to forming great chemistries on a team, it's about like that X factor, and somebody has to be like the X factor on the team. So, you know, we have a lot of vets. We have some new guys. So we need someone that's going to be that common ground. And I think Jalen has the right attitude. And that's where it all starts. Like, yeah, you can be talented, but if the team hates you or the team doesn't get along or there's no chemistry, then it's going to be out. You're going to see that on the field. So I think I'm already confident, and I feel like his demeanor and attitude towards the team. So just give him a chance. He's going to make mistakes. He's not going to be perfect, you know, but I think that he wants to be here. He wants to win. So, you know, that's where we start. Let's just start there. All this other stuff is to be determined. You don't know if he's going to be better at this. You don't know if he's going to excel at that. But you do know, you do see what he's giving you right now. And that's a lot more than a lot of NFL quarterbacks can say, backup string, whatever. You know, so that's how I feel about Jalen. I've always been a Jalen fan, even when we took him. Because he hasn't had an easy road. You know, he's had Alabama, Oklahoma. Yeah, they're powerhouses, but he hasn't been like golden boy. You know, I get that first slot all the time. Like, he's dealt with adversity. So this team is dealt with adversity. We've been shook up. We've been messed up. COVID, you know. So To answer your question, I'm excited about Jalen, and I have confidence in him. But I see his potential. Will his potential be reached? Will he exceed that? That's yet to be seen. We can't talk about something we don't know. We haven't seen. People are talking so much, and it's like, how can you judge someone before they even give you a chance to do any work? They haven't even done anything.
Right. And yeah, man, I am so confident in Jalen Hurts and his abilities. Just from the small sample size with the B team, he won me over then. When you give him nothing, he still made something out of it. That is one thing. And like you touched on his leadership skills. This man is a leader. When have you seen another quarterback on the Eagles take the receivers out, individually, as a group, as a whole, and also go, lift weights with the linemen, what I'm saying, just to bond with them. You hear the coach talking about he's not only leading the man on offense, but he's also on the defensive side of the ball, leading the defensive guys. They all, have his back. What I'm saying? That's the first time I've heard that with an Eagles quarterback in a while, since maybe like the Donovan McNabb era. And I don't even think the defense was really on his back as much as the offense. But yeah, Jalen's got voted the captain of the team. Everybody know the rent is due, and we don't plan on missing no payments, man. I think Jalen Hurts is going to be a stud this year.
Yeah. Why not? Why not, really? It's like, why can't he? Why can't Jalen improve? Why can't he obviously has talent. You know what I mean? He obviously is someone that, is capable of leading. So it's like, why can't Jalen be the one? People always want to talk about the negatives. Like, oh, what if he can't this? But what can he do? What is he doing great? Why can't he? It's just all this talk as Eagles fans. It's like, yo, this is the quarterback. What do you want? You want what's his name with the G? I'm blank. It's been a long day.
Which one, on our team or?
Yeah, on our team with the G.
Oh man, what's his name?
Hold on. I got it because I know who he is. I'm just blanking. I'm blanking on
Gardner Minshew.
Garner. Yes, Garner. Right. It's like, come on. Like, you want him? Like, come on, bro. Like, let's just have faith in Jalen, let him play, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, man. Let's move on to the running backs. How you like our backfield? We only kept 3 as opposed to 4 last year.
Mm-hmm.
We got Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, and Kenny Gangwill. How you feel about those guys?
Well, Miles Sanders is a Penn Stater, so I already love him. I'm a Penn Stater. Okay, main campus, graduated from Penn State, so I'm always going to root for my Penn State guys. So I've always been a fan of Miles Sanders. When I found out he got drafted to the Eagles, I was happy. So Miles, I think, is going to have a bigger year. Obviously, last year he got hurt. He had some stuff going on with him, but I think this year, so here's the thing. I think with the flow, with the quarterback like Jalen and the kind of the whole style like Miles is and how he's kind of like gritty, Jalen's gritty, I think they'll have like a connect. And I think Miles will kind of get out there more. And then if Sirianni kind of puts more plays, for Miles, I think he'll succeed. Miles is a strong running back. Obviously, he's a little short. He's a little undersized, but that's Eagles, typical Eagles. Everybody that's a running backs are undersized half the time.
Right.
So I think that Miles is going to have a bigger year than he did last year. Now, Boston Scott, listen, when Boston Scott does like touchbacks, I mean, when he like, he receives the ball and he, takes it down, I'll be like, yo, why are we having Boston Scott out here doing this? I feel like Boston always gets like pummeled at like the 15, like the 20. And like, yo, like, why is he out here? But I think just as a regular running back, when he gets his runs, I think he's good. And the other guy, honestly, I really don't know too much about the other guy.
Gainwell.
Yeah, Gainwell. But Boston Scott and Miles Sanders, I think Miles is definitely going to have a better year this year. And Boston Scott, I think he's going to produce like he always does. I think Boston Scott always is dependable in that role.
Okay, now are you a big Zach Ertz fan? Or
I love Zach Ertz. I love Zach
Ertz to take the reign.
So here's the thing: in any dynasty, not saying we're a huge dynasty, but in any kind of passing of the guard, it's always going to be the older generation with the younger generation. And Goddard is obviously younger. Goddard doesn't have as much experience. Ertz has the championship under his belt. Ertz has been in this league, so it's like I don't think Ertz is done, but I think it's just the timing of it. Ertz is kind of going to go until he can't really go, and then Goddard is going to be there like the young stud. And then when I feel like when that moment comes, when it's time to take it, I think that it'll be clear that Goddard's just going to take it. I don't think it's going to be a question of should Ertz, like it's going to be natural, because when I think Ertz is the kind of player, kind of guy that when he sees that kind of the writing on the wall, I don't think Ertz is the kind of guy to back down from that. I think he loves Philly, he loves the Eagles, and I don't think he's going to want to hold the team back. So I think when that moment comes, Ertz is going to be like, he ain't gonna be a punk, but Ertz is gonna kind of be like, yo, like Goddard's the better man for the job.
Mhm.
I don't think it's gonna be this whole like, should we, will we? I think it's just when that time is right, Goddard is gonna take that spot, and it's not gonna be a question.
Is it this year though?
If Ertz can stay healthy, I still think Ertz has some gas in him. I have nostalgia for Ertz because of the championship. I just always loved Zach Ertz since then. Like, you can't tell me anything. But I think that Ertz still has some gas in him. But I do think that Goddard maybe will take over maybe mid-season if that's how it's going to play out.
Okay. What about the offensive line? You know, we got some new left tackle and Mr. Jordan Mailata, the rugby player. You know, he finally done went through his what do you call it? What is it when you get paid? Oh man, apprenticeship.
Okay.
And like learning the position, you know, getting better at the position, and he's starting.
Yeah, that guy, the rugby guy.
Yeah, the rugby guy. He's our new left tackle, and he's a big boy.
I mean, we got Lane Johnson back. We got Jason Kelsey back. You know, Andre Dillard, Brandon Brooks, Jordan, Isaac, all them. We got them back. So I feel like we're a healthier O-line now. You know, last season, obviously, we were really hurt, and Carson got the brunt of it. So I think now we're healthy. So now I think we can be, honestly, really good. Like, I don't think it's even going to be a problem. We got the vets. They got the experience, but they were just hurt. But now they're healthy. So I don't see any reason why we can't protect Jalen. And that's going to be the biggest thing. Again, it's a team sport. So the O-line is better. Jalen can be better. And that means our running backs can be better. And our receivers can be better. So it's all starting on that front line. And now that we're healthy, I don't see how we can't compete with top tier O-lines in the league because we have that veteran presence. Everybody's been around the block. Like,
when healthy, we definitely are top 5, top 3, you know, offensive line in the league.
Yeah.
You know, that's no question. The only question mark has been, can we stay healthy the whole year?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, can we stay healthy too at the right times? You know, but sometimes, you know, it's about at the right time, you're kind of getting hot. At the right time, you're kind of bringing it together. Because you know how it is. Sometimes in the season, you go through slumps. It's like ups and downs of the season. But when it's that time and y'all are like meshing, everyone's back, boom. Like, we just needed kind of like, you know, that last stretch, get our clinch, and then we just kind of roll. You know what I mean? Like, injuries are going to happen, but it's like, how can Sirianni kind of plan and move for those injuries and things that are going to happen? Because you know stuff's going to happen. You already know it's going to happen. So it's like adjustments. What adjustments are going to be made? That's the biggest thing too. Like coaching, like Sirianni, how's he going to do? Because Sirianni, this is his first year with us, you know? And as I've heard of him, not to go off topic, but as I've heard of him, that he's very attention to detail. He's very like, I'll pinpoint a player and I will fix it and that kind of thing. And that's great because I think with the chaos of everything that's happening with the Eagles, it's kind of easy to kind of just lose yourself in your role and kind of forget that, like, yo, we're all professionals. And besides the drama and the noise, you need to be 100% at your role. And that will add on to a winning team, you know? So I think my biggest thing too is just Sirianni. Like, yo, what you gonna do? Like, what adjustments you're gonna make? What kind of team are we gonna be? Where are you gonna hang your hat on? You're gonna hang your hat on defense. You're gonna hang your hat on O-line. You're gonna hang your hat on us starting to become like run the ball more. Are we gonna still throw the ball like we've been? You know, like where are we gonna be this season? That's my curiosity.
Talking about Sirianni, do you think he did a great job on not playing the starters in the preseason? Or are you on the fence of saying, like, because I'm on his side, you know, like he said, he had 7 preseason games with those 2 joint practices with both of those teams, you know. He got to see his starters go one-on-ones against the other team starters, and as everybody heard, we dominated those, you know, practices. So, you know, go ahead and let the guys at the bottom of the roster get their reps in. And then you heard the players even say, hey, we went out ones-on-ones for 2 days where the backups weren't even practicing really, you know, so why not let them get some P time inside that preseason? So how do you feel about that? And we all stayed healthy. It's going to be the first year we're going into the season actually fully healthy.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. All right, so us being healthy right now going into the season, that's very important because it's like the momentum. It's like starting off positive. You're starting off on a positive note. So I think as long as Sirianni and the team know, or you know, they know what they're doing, they kind of have that rhythm, they feel like they're connecting, they feel like they got it going on all cylinders, whatever. I think that that works. But again, preseason is there for a reason, to get in that preseason practice before the real season, to kind of see how everything meshes, especially with our team, with everyone kind of being new, you know. Minshew. Yeah, Minshew, right?
Okay.
Let's go hurt. Right back. Someone was like, one of my co-hosts on my other show, he's like, yeah, man, if anything goes awry, anything goes crazy, we got Gardner Minshew, man, we're good. I'm just like, okay, yeah, for sure. But anyways, no, I think that if Sirianni feels like this game plan is going to help us and we're still staying healthy and we get on that field, we got chemistry. Obviously, the first game ain't going to be perfect. Like, we got to get it together, kind of real season. But I think it's all right. I mean, whatever the coach wants to do, I kind of feel like who are we? Like, we're not in charge of the team. Like, we can only give our outsiders' opinion. Like, if they're running stuff and at the facility and they feel like they're good, then okay, y'all getting paid. You better know when the season comes that the expectation is going to be there.
Yeah, and I'm like that too, but I'm actually saying this game we're going against the Atlanta Falcons. Their defense is garbage. Their offensive tackle just got hurt, so they're not even going to have a full healthy offensive line. And the Eagle killer himself, Mr. Julio Jones, is in Tennessee right now.
Thanks.
So I feel like this is a good enough first test game for the Eagles, but we need to blow them out. Basically, I'm not even going to cut it short. We need to blow them out.
Right.
Win 31-10, in a good fashion, because it's the first game of the season, just to, kick it off. Because if not, then what were we saving these preseason games? You didn't want to put all this stuff on tape. Then what was the stuff you were keeping off tape if you can't go in and beat up a team like the Atlanta Falcons,
right.
And struggling on offense, struggling on defense right now. And, say we go in there and win 10-7, that's not good enough, because then what were you holding back? You know what I'm saying? I think there's going to be a lot of questions answered on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, with this coaching staff once we get to Atlanta. This game one.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree 100%. I mean, obviously, we just kind of have to just see how it plays out. I think that I'd rather be on the side of caution and making sure everyone's good, and then kind of working on chemistry as we're going. You know what I mean? Because you can't work on chemistry if you can't play. So it's like,
Yeah, what you gonna do about it? Yeah. On the defense side of the ball, we got, do you feel like we got a top 5 defensive line?
I mean, I think we have a solid defensive line for sure. I mean, obviously, again, we have vets, and we cut some people. This past when we kind of had to make our cuts of everybody, and I kind of wrote down somebody that I was like looking at.
Johnson Wade, probably.
Yeah, and then and then like Bailey or the DEs, you know what I mean? So I just feel like I think we have a solid defensive. Like I'm not too sold on them. I feel like the O-line I'm like way more confident on. I'm like, yo, like O-line we good. Like I know we're chilling. But I think that's the biggest thing though, is the O-line to protect Jalen. But at the same time, last season, in terms of other teams playing us, they was kind of getting whatever. Like we wasn't stopping people. We wasn't doing anything. So that's also a really big thing. Again, it's just like everyone got to play their role. So I think that we have vets. It's just the combination of everyone just kind of coming together now, healthy. It's just so up in the air. It's so question mark. Mm-hmm. But last season, that was an issue for us. So I don't know, honestly.
How do you feel about the team as a whole? Do you think it's a above double-digit win team? Or are you more like, you're going to wait and see, and we're in that 8 to 10 range?
I honestly, on other shows, I've said 9 wins. I've given us 9 wins. Mm-hmm. I've just kind of kept it conservative. I said, we're going to win 9 games at least. That's what I said. Some people were like, yo, we're going 11. We win 11 games. And here's the thing. I think it could happen. I think we could win 11 games for sure. Mm-hmm. But the toughness of our schedule at the beginning, that's the only thing. And so it's kind of like if we can get the kinks out the hard way with all the tough teams, like we got Tampa Bay, we got Kansas City, you know what I mean? Like we're kind of, our first game is away. We don't play as good away as we do at home. Mm-hmm. So, our beginning schedule is tough. So tougher for us for what we have. So
games are hard.
Yeah. So I think that we could maybe get like 11 games if but again, it's like a perfect storm. I don't know if we can curse on here, but like
go ahead.
Real shit. It's like a perfect storm. It's like you kind of have to get it together at the right time versus the right teams. You know what I mean? It's all about matchups. It's all about matchups. Like how can our defense go against this team's defense? Like you said, with Atlanta, their defense has been crap. Okay, so ours is pretty good. You know what I mean? Our O-line, like whatever. So, we kind of can match them. It all depends on matchups. But again, and we have experience on our side too. Like I said, we have a lot of vets still on the team. Mm-hmm. Our youngsters is kind of the wide receivers and Jalen. That's like the youngest guys that really don't have as much experience, So
it's the perfect mix, perfect mix of veterans and young guys. On defense, we got more veterans, which is a plus. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's going to help out. Even some of the key additions we got on defense are veterans like Harris from the Vikings and then Wilson from the Vikings as well.
Mhm.
And then we got Steven Nelson from Pittsburgh that came over.
The new cornerback. I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. Listen, because during the preseason, I know he was kind of like he wasn't really making any waves, but hopefully during the regular season. Here's the thing, I just want him to compliment Darius Slay. Like, I know Slay. Slay is a solid. He's a good corner. I'm not saying he's not, but you already know what the narrative is when Slay goes against like elites. Slay be getting smoked a little bit. So it's like, how can this guy Steven Nelson? Kind of bounce off Darius Slay and whatever Darius Slay lack, what can he bring Steven Nelson? That's my biggest thing in the corner. Because honestly, when we did the draft, I wanted Pat Surtain. I really did. I was like, I really want Pat Surtain. Like, I was really wanting him, but then obviously it happened half and we got Devontae Smith. But because I knew we needed someone in the corner position, because I knew Slay, he's been struggling. So I was just like, yo, we need somebody. But it happened how it happened. So my thing is, I just want to see what Steven's going to do as the season goes.
Yeah, and I wasn't too high on Steven. Like you said, he's been struggling this, off season a little bit, but it is a new team. It is a new scheme. He came in kind of late. So I'm giving his just due, and hopefully, once the season comes around, he'll be ready to play. But in terms of Slay, especially last year, it wasn't all Slay's fault. We were in a sticks defense, never blitzed. We never put help over the top to help him out. Even the best corner, Jalen Ramsey, all these cornerbacks out there get burned. There's not a cornerback in the league that don't get burned by the greats. Even like what they say, Adams had 18 touchdowns last year. That means he was scoring touchdowns on whoever was on the other side.
That's facts. And then it's the same thing with Darius Slay. It's like you can't expect him to keep up with like DK Metcalf. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you can't expect him to keep up with him. He's just a monster. He's crazy.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
And it was only really 2 games. 2 games Slay had a rough out.
But they were just the games that you don't forget. It sucks to say it, but it's like when you think about it, you be like, oh my god. Like, it's kind of like one of them games, like. But again, I mean, everybody is gonna get burned at some point. It's just it's the NFL.
Yeah. And then, like, you look at it, this year we're going to be blitzing again. This year we're not playing single high. We got safeties over the top. Last year was the worst year. Excuse me. Last year was the worst year Slay had. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Under Jim Schwartz. You know what I'm saying? So with a new defensive scheme, he should go back to being the old Slay, especially he turned this number back to 2. So, everybody got that number thing going.
That whole number thing is so interesting. It's like everyone's going to be completely different now. It's like you're not going to know who's like, say you don't know, you're not going to know who's really who, because it's like everyone can be anything. Like quarterbacks aren't going to be low numbers anymore. It could be anything. It could be freaking 98. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you like the fact that Jalen went to number 1?
I do, because he's like, yo, screw y'all. I'm not the second option.
I'm number 1. Yeah.
Like yeah, Jalen. Talk that talk, Jalen.
How you like Slim Reaper? Devontae Smith.
I like him. First of all, I was really high on him when he was at Alabama, and he's the Heisman winner. Obviously, he's the most I guess the most accolades that we've had like in a draft in a long time. So it's exciting for this.
Long time for sure.
Yeah, it's exciting for the city, just to talk citywide. Like, it's like, yo, we got like an actual legit wide receiver. Like, so I like him. I mean, I'm really excited to see the connection that Jalen and him have. Like, from playing together at Alabama. Like, I'm excited to see what they do. I think the size of Devontae doesn't really bother me, because every time you hear about Devontae, people say his size don't even matter. And at the same time, he might be undersized or whatever. But again, weight can be put on. Skill and talent in them hands, like in that footwork, ain't that you can't necessarily teach that. So
he's been doing it his whole career, and he comes out of the hardest division in football. All the top corners that everybody loves to praise nowadays. Guess what? They came out of the SEC, and guess what? Devontae Smith been burning those guys since a freshman in college. So I don't see why anybody's worried about how big this guy is. He's been that size probably his whole life. Those 2-pick guys stay that way their whole life. You don't expect this guy to come in and lead and all of a sudden gain 20 pounds of rip. Like, that's probably not going to happen. That's not realistic to even think it's going to happen. But the good thing is his footwork is so incredible. All those guys from Alabama, from Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Judy, Ruggs, all these guys, their footwork it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? They know how to. Even Amari Cooper came out and said he's the best route runner in the league. It's like all these guys from Alabama think that they're the best route runners in the league. You know what I'm saying? But they do have some credit. Not Cooper, not Cooper. I don't give no love to no cowgirls in this station. But the rest of those guys definitely do have something to back it up on. You know what I'm saying? Like Calvin Ridley is going to be dangerous this first game of the season. You know what I'm saying? Cal Pitts is going to be out there. You know, everybody expecting
Kyle Pitts, Philly guy.
Yeah, expecting him to do big things. See, I think if we played Atlanta later on in the season, I'll be more worried about Cal Pitts because this is his first NFL game, you know? And everybody got super hyped up about that nice little 30-yard run he did. But like I tell everybody, he took like 5 steps before he was able to actually turn it upfield after he caught the ball. And in the NFL, man, that's not going to happen. When you're going against starters, man, those 5 steps you take in lateral, someone's going to catch you and someone's going to lay the wood on you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, so that 30-yard run that you've seen on TV against the second and third team players definitely is turning into like a 5-yard gain, you know, 4-yard gain, something like that once you get against the starters in the NFL.
Yeah, no, for sure.
He said, what's your thoughts on the front seven? Everyone forgets that about Kerrigan on that rotation. Yeah, man. Dude, I think we got a top 5 offense, a top 5 defensive line. Both, you know, and we got depth on both sides, you know. The offensive line, we got some key guys like Landon Dickerson, you know, Dillard, if you like Dillard at left tackle, you know, he was fighting for that starting position. And then you also got, you know, Jack Stahl and Nate Herbert on the offensive line. On the defensive side, defensive line, you know, you got Milton Williams coming off, my boy Marlon from USC. You know, you got T.Y. McGill coming off, you know, up the middle. You know what I'm saying? You got Kerrigan. You got Barnett, who was our starter. So we got a lot of depth on both sides of the ball this year. And as long as we don't get too many, I feel like this is a year that if the Eagles were to have like one offensive lineman get hurt, one defensive lineman or something like that get hurt, that we shouldn't really skip a beat. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come to like, if it's like last year where we have multiple, you know, say we got 3 offensive linemen hurt and 3 defensive linemen hurt. That's when it's going to be a problem. You know, we have not heard one bad thing. I was talking to E-Rock about this earlier, and we have not heard one bad thing about our defensive line, about any of the players on the defensive line. They all been balling out, all cap loan, and I don't think that's going to change once the season starts. So, you know, I'll definitely, you know, don't worry about that defensive line. They're coming. And that's why I say it should be a blowout, because I think Matt Ryan's going to be running for his life all game long, man. All game. And Mr. Ridley, doesn't matter how hard you work to get open. If they don't get you the ball, my guy, they don't get you the ball. You know? If they can't sit back down and, you know, picking you apart, you know, because that's what Matt Ryan does. He's a good quarterback. You know, he ain't great or elite, but he's a good quarterback. He definitely knows how to pick his best up.
He ain't great or elite. And then he ain't got Julio Jones no more. So, you know, he going to be lost out there.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about it, but no, I think the biggest thing happened when his offensive lineman got hurt. You seen what happened with Patty Mahomes? You know, when your offensive line gets hurt, you know, it turned a former MVP into a suspect-looking quarterback in that Super Bowl. And you know, and Matt Ryan is nowhere near Pat Mahomes at all, and that line was never as good as Kansas City's line. So taking a loss like that's gonna be, you know, devastating for them, and I think they're gonna get destroyed.
Period.
What up, Jinx? Yeah, man. You know I like to preach it on this channel, my guy.
I just drafted Ridley in my
Billy Mike's in the house. What up, GOAT? How you doing? He said, I just drafted Ridley in my last draft. That was
a lot of people did.
The draft that we were in together. Because in that draft, I did draft Pitts. That draft that we're in, I drafted Pitts. Yes, I did. Behind Kittle. So I got Kittle and Pitts in that way. So you know week 1 Kittle starting and Pitts not getting that PT. Week 1 against the Eagles defense. But hey, Ridley's gonna be a good player this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Ridley's not gonna be a good player. He's at one, like I said, all the Alabama boys know how to play football. And he's definitely gonna put up his numbers like he always do. You know what I'm saying? Without, you know, there was a big chunk of last year where Julio Jones was hurt and he still went in there, you know, and he lit it up, you know, and was always open. So I'm not worried about really, like, even if one guy goes off, you know, I think Billy might get 100 yards this game. That's a possibility. I'm not going to say it can't happen. You know, Darius Slay is good, but, you know, there is a possibility he going to get some catches on Slay, you know. So, but I think that's not enough to beat our offense. You know how many points we're going to be putting on the board and, you know, to beat us as a whole. You know, it's a team sport. One guy's not going to beat us. And like I said, for the most of the game, Matt Ryan's gonna be running for his life, so I'm not really worried too much about him. He said, "Nah, I have more and more in a channel member draft." Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Like I said, I personally might not start him week 1, but he's gonna get some catches. You know, if he's your best receiver, you drafted him high, then go ahead and start that guy. You know, because he's gonna get his catches. You know, he might even get a touchdown. I'm not gonna say that we're gonna shut Ridley down completely. He is the best player on their offense. You know, they have no running game. Mike Davis, come on, he hasn't been good in like 3 years. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the rookie Kyle Pitts, he's just getting his sea legs underneath him. So I don't think he's gonna blow up to, you know, you like maybe week 3 or 4, you might see Pitts have like a 150-yard game, you know, and once they learn how to use him, once he gets acclimated to the NFL, acclimated to the offense and stuff like that. But this first game, week 1, woo, that boy's about to get a lesson taught to him. Don't get a lesson taught to him. Yes, everybody go subscribe to the Nation, BIRDGANG Nation Sports Media. It is our network. She is definitely one of our great content creators on there. You know what I'm saying? She's going to have her all-woman show, which I cannot wait to watch, and I cannot wait to check out this week. So, starting on Tuesday, I think you're in on Tuesday, I think it is. So, yeah, Tuesday night, so Carmen will be on there. So, make sure you go subscribe to that network. But, what other things do you have that, you know, what other things are you excited about with our Eagles team this year?
I'm just excited to see the wide receivers, you know, our big 3, you know, Rager, Smith, and Watkins. I'm definitely excited to see Quez. I feel like Quez obviously was the standout in preseason. So I'm excited to see what Quez is going to do. And just like, you know, how they all play with Jalen and that whole vibe, because obviously having like stud wide receivers is crucial, important, clutch in this league. So I'm very excited to see what Quez does. I'm happy he's getting an opportunity and he was able to show himself in preseason. So I'm excited just to see that. And then, like I said, the corners, that's like my biggest thing too, like I said. And just with Jalen, like I just want to see them play now. All this talk is all like, you know, we're just kind of speculating. It's all speculation. Mm-hmm. I'm just ready just for this season to start this one because it's been such a long road, especially with the Carson drama and all this nonsense. I'm just ready just to see play happen. That's it.
I think the young guns are gonna ball all of them. You know what I'm saying? I was telling people before, I don't know what defense, you know, if we're running that ball good, you know, they're going to have to try to bring in 8 men in the box. You know, Jalen likes to run too. That RPO action gets started. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to bring that 8 men in the box. And if you do, it's lights out, man. You know, what other receiving corps got 3 cornerbacks that can cover 3-4-3 speed receivers? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't name one. You know, and you might have one cornerback that can cover them, but all 3 of them, your second, your third, no, that's not happening this year. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's another dynamic to our offense that people are not looking on. They're sleeping on. They don't realize the speed that we have at offense, you know, with Rager in that slot, you know, with Quest stretching the field deep. You know what I'm saying? You got Devontae maybe on a post. You know what I'm saying? A deep post. Then you got Rager coming over the middle. Then Goddard, Ertz, both of them taking turns, you know, making catches over the middle. You know, how are you going to stop that if we're running the ball good? You know what I'm saying? That to me, I don't see a way for it to be stopped. And I think that's one of the reasons why I have us winning 12 games this year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, so I just think and then we also have the element of people not thinking we're doing shit. People think we ain't doing shit. We're hurt. You know, we're healthy now, but we're kind of young. We're uncertain. Mm-hmm. We've had a hard last season. We sucked. So it's like people don't expect nothing from us. So that's going to work in our favor because they don't expect nothing. So it's all good. Don't expect anything. We're just gonna work and, you know, see how we do. And there's no crazy high expectation. So I think it's the best situation for the Eagles because we are just going out there to play and kind of just have that chip on our shoulder. And you already know Philly. That's how we like to work, anyways. We like to have the
underdog mentality, man.
Right.
Yeah, we the underdog. It just usually happens in the season or towards the end of the season. This is going to be the first year. It started in the preseason when you start, you know, talking down about our players. Jalen Hurts top 40. Come on now.
They had like no faith in Jalen. Jalen is like ranked. He was ranked like nothing. He was like 6,000, like over 6,000 or something on the Vegas thing on the betting. They were like saying like Jalen is like he's just like not on the radar. I'm like, yo, leave Jalen alone. Just because he's not Carson, so what? He's Jalen. He's him. He doesn't have to be Carson. No one wants Carson's done. Stop talking about him.
And actually, he's more of a dual threat quarterback than Carson was. And he can throw that rock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All year off.
But again, people always want to focus on the weaknesses and what they don't see so far. Again, who's perfect? Who's a perfect quarterback? Like, think about it.
Tom Brady has bad games.
Tom Brady is the GOAT.
Rodgers, you know.
He's the GOAT. And yeah, he's an amazing passer. He can get in the pocket. Like, he's the GOAT. But when it comes, like, are you seeing Tom Brady run, you know what I mean? Like 15 yards? No, like, you know what I mean? Tom Brady's not like, he ain't gonna be
never running
over. Right. So it's like everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses. So everyone wants to pinpoint Jalen because their typical quarterback is someone who can throw the ball. No one said Jalen can't throw the ball. That's just not his like focus. That's not what he's always done. But he can do it. I don't think that he's like, oh man, like I only can run. Like, no, he can throw the ball too. He has an arm. It's just it hasn't been his perfection. He hasn't perfected it, but it takes time. He's a young player. Give him a chance.
And he definitely been working on it all season. Like, and I think this year coming in, you're gonna really start to see that Jalen is a pass-first quarterback. Like, I don't like the narrative spinning like he's like Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson can't.
It's always like that.
You know what I'm saying? He can't throw that rock like that. I ain't never seen you seen Jalen come in, beat the defense, passing and running, then turn around, go to Carolina when everybody's like, oh yeah, he can run. No one was prepared for the run. He still ran for 100 yards and threw for 350 on the Cardinals defense. You know, so that boy can throw that rock.
We almost won that game. Like, that game came down to the wire. So
our defense choked up that game for him. You know,
right?
So Jalen Hurts is 3-1. That's
what we were talking about on the show. That Jalen technically could have been 3-1 right now. So you know, it is what it is. Let's just see these boys play. That's all we can do at this point. I'm tired of talking about it. Not tired of talking about it because I'm here. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm just kind of like, let's just see the action. Because even if they lose, whatever, now I don't think they will, but even if they do, it's not like a make or break. Like, it's a long season. We have an extra game. Let's just let it play out. Like, everyone has ups and downs.
If we lose versus Atlanta, then I'm going to be real loud. I'm going to have to change my record prediction. Because that's the guaranteed win out of these first 6, you know.
No, I see what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like it's that first game. You know, you never
know.
You can't gauge a first game of a newly kind of put together team, new coach, new everything kind of. You know, we have the vets. Everyone is kind of coming out like it's like, you know, they're coming out new in a way. You know, because I think it's necessary though for them to make those mistakes if they're going to, for that stuff to happen because of the season that we had last year and all the uncertainty and everything that happened. I think even if a mistake that happens, I think it kind of has to, because they have to kind of gel together like under this adversity. You know what I mean? Like, it just kind of has to happen if it's going to. I don't think it's gonna like knock the season. It's just gonna be a lump. And then we're going to learn from it and go from there. I don't think it's going to be like, the Eagles are in trouble. Like, I think it's just going to be that moment. Like, yo, we're all new at this. Like, what's up?
And Jinx Wolf, man, Eagles are ranked 25 in NFL rating. That is trash.
That's true.
Added to the rest of the trash that the national media has been talking about the Eagles. Obviously, I feel like us Eagle content creators know our team way more than these national guys. These guys have just been talking trash all off season long, just like Jalen's number 40, just like Miles Sanders, the 27th best running back. And like, get out of here, man. Get out of here. You know, our offensive line, the only thing they gave praise to, saying we were a top 10 offensive line, which is right. And I guess the tight ends, they said that Goddard was top number 7 and Ertz was number 10. So those are some good stats. But the rest of that stuff is trash, and I ain't buying it. 25 in the league, whatever. Name 20 other teams better than the Eagles. It's all good, my guy. You know what I'm saying? We do work together. We do, you know, do shows and stuff together. So a lot of people mix up Birdman, BIRDGANG, long as you're here. That's all that matters. You're here and you hitting that like, my guy. That's all that really matters. We win in 11 games this year. Fly, Eagles, fly. Yes, Gary. At least 11. Like, my floor is 10 wins. And that's my floor. If we lose more than 7 games, I'm going to be mad. I think we're way too talented. And, you know, like I said before, with depth on offensive and defensive line, the trench is what wins games. And offensive and defensive lines wins your game. So if we got a top 5 in both of those areas, then we shouldn't lose very many games, period. You know, there had to be a lot of mistakes. Like, these young receivers are getting open and dropping and pulling the whole, what's that dude, Hightower from last year. Hightower was always getting open but dropping deep bombs like that, or fumbling. Miles gonna have to have a career year in fumbling again and drop passes. Like, there's gonna have to be a lot of messed up stuff happen, and that's why the narrative for the Eagles can't be great this year. Is because of last season COVID season, man, these guys didn't have no off season. They were doing virtual learning. You know what I'm saying? They weren't hanging out with each other. We had no fans in the stands. You know what I'm saying? People got hurt. That's a lot of variable. It took a lot of variable. Half our team to be injured. Carson have the worst year. Dougie P trying to set up the pass with the pass, which, you can't do that. You got to be running the ball to set up the pass. You know what I'm saying? Bad coaching. No development, player development. That's a lot of, things that accumulated together to get you 4 wins. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at it, we could have won 3 more of those games easily, without, especially the Washington game at the end. We gave up that game, to have a higher draft pick. So the narrative that the Eagles suck and, oh, yeah, it's a win if we get 6 wins, 7 wins. No, that'd be garbage, guys. Don't let it fool you. That'll be still garbage. You know what I'm saying? If we only win 6 games, I'll be absolutely pissed. You know what I'm saying? We've been good for 7 years now. We won a Super Bowl. We went to the playoffs 4 times. One bad season cannot take over the narrative for the Eagles roster moving forward. And that's just my opinion about it.
Facts.
What up, Coach? How you doing? So how about the coach? Do y'all think the coach, I think he's installing confidence in these fellas. Yeah, he's installing confidence. Jalen Hurts is installing confidence. The whole aura of the team. This is the first time, too. If you watch these guys in interviews, they're so suave about it. You know what I'm saying? They just calm, cool, collected. Yeah, we're going to do what we do. No, we're not going to tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to do our thing. Oh, maybe I need to practice more. You know what I'm saying? But we're all here together. We're doing it as one. This is the first time our team been unified and all feeling pumped about the season and swagged out. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited, man. I don't think there's no way in hell we're losing more than 7 games.
So then they said the New York Giants and the New England Patriots are in front of us here. That list is crazy. And then
the Giants with Danny Food Stamps and Saquon Barkley, who hasn't even completed a season in 2 years.
Again, everyone just thinks the Eagles aren't going to do anything. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Again, it's all good. Everyone's just speculating. It's no point in even. I wouldn't even pay that any mind because it's just they can talk and say whatever they want, but it's all speculation. Let's just have them play. That's it.
Yeah, guys. If you guys got a birthday coming up, this channel is sponsored by La Terrain Watches. You guys use code word BIRDGANG31 for 10% off your purchase. Go get your man a watch. Go get your girl a watch. Go get your dad a watch, your mom, whoever's birthday. Hey, buy some early Christmas presents, but go get you one and use code BIRDGANG31 for 10% off. Much love. It's absolutely bad coaching last year. Yeah, man. Dougie P coached himself out of Philadelphia. I always tell everybody, I think Dougie P won the Super Bowl too early. Now, I would never give back that Super Bowl because I waited a long time to see it. But he won too early. The second year coaching, he won. He got all big-headed. He wrote that book. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, he's letting Frank Wright go. Frank White wasn't a big part of that offense. His offense, the air-rated offense, is going to be dominating the league for years to come. We've seen every single season after the Super Bowl, our team got worse and worse and worse. You want to keep the same players, elevate players from inside the division. Inside the team, the organization. That did not work. It made our team worse. We got stale. People knew what we were doing. You heard all kind of defenses telling you that they knew to play as soon as the Eagles lined up. You know what I'm saying? If you got defensive players telling you that they heard to play, as soon as the offense lined up, then you might, as a head coach, might want to change your coaching style. And Dougie P was too confident in that offense. And, like I said, he coached himself out of there with that, pass, setting up the pass mentality. Man, no one throws the ball 60 times a game and wins. I don't care what I don't care what you say. Carson's not that guy. No, Tom Brady's not that guy. Peyton Manning wasn't even that guy. They all needed the run game to be working. We won a Super Bowl running the ball. We had LeGarrette Blount and Jay Ajayi, and we ran that rock. LeGarrette Blount went on a nice run during the season. So, everybody just calm down. We got some good coaches. I have faith in Nick Sirianni. If Hurts was on the Cowboys, it would be different. Yeah, if Hurts was on the Cowgirls, don't even say that, man. Ugh. I can't even imagine. He is a Texas boy too, so I thought, if there was any chance of them trading him, it could have went towards the Cowgirls way, but I'm glad that didn't happen because Hurts is our leader, and you guys will see he will listen. Quote me now, Berg ain't the one telling you. He will be an MVP candidate this year. You know, as long as everybody stay healthy in that O line protect him, Hurts is going to be an MVP candidate, and I'm marking it down now. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't have to do much to do it. It's not like he has to throw the ball 60 times a game. He can just think and dunk. You know, he got weapons. You got Miles Sanders. You got Kenny Gangwill out of the backfield. You got Ertz and Goddard. You got, Devontae Quez and Rager. You know what I'm saying? And you got one of the best offensive lines in the league. That sets a nice recipe for an MVP candidate there. You see, JJ needs to go. Yeah. How did you feel about JJ making the team?
Me?
Yeah.
You said making the team?
Yeah, he's on the.
Oh, you mean J-Jaw?
J-Jaw.
Oh. I mean his productivity versus
Fulghams.
Yeah, Fulghams. Obviously, Fulgham was our guy last year. He was a leader in yards last year. So receiving yards. So for Fulgham to get cut and J-Jaw to stay is kind of like what? You know, especially for us having such a bad season and Fulgham able to produce what he did. Even though it was a shitty season, he still did something. You know what I mean? And then for just J-Jaw just to stay. I think I had a stat on J-Jaw. He had 8 points last season, and Fulgham had 24 points last season, and he got in J-Jaw's here. I mean, I don't know. I'm not like really sold on him. I think that he hasn't really shown much, but obviously, maybe Sirianni and them maybe they see some potential in him that we don't. Maybe they feel like under their system he'll thrive.
Because I know you're on my buddy JC Eagle Talk show a little while ago, and man, that guy is the hugest J-Jaw supporter. I mean,
he is
huge J-Jaw supporter. We always got to say JC, man. You know, J-Jaw's not all that tight, my guy. He ain't all that tight, but you know what I'm saying? Like J-Jaw is a good run blocker, and he's also, a good special team player. So I think that's the reason why Nick Sirianni said he was keeping him. So.
Right.
Let me see here.
He has his reasons. JJ making the team was definitely a conspiracy. And yeah, y'all, to subscribe to my channel, it's so_Carm.
Yeah.
Not so space. Just because I know if you type in so space, it won't come up. But yeah, it's so_Carm.
So_Carm. Yeah, the link's inside the description, so you won't even have to type it in. We put the links inside there. So all you gotta do is scroll up to the top. And go ahead and subscribe to both of our channels. If you're new to this channel, subscribe. We got 16 in the chat. Come on, you guys. All you guys go subscribe to the new member of BIRDGANG Nation Network, So Calm. She is hot, and she's going to be bringing you some Eagle Fire all year long. You know what I'm saying? And, subscribe to the network. The network link is inside the chat as well. Scroll up to the top and subscribe to BIRDGANG Nation Sports Media. It will be dropping and launching the first game of the season this Sunday. We got a pregame show. We got a postgame show for you. And also make sure, if you're on that channel, hop back over here to the Nation, and we're going to be giving you a halftime show. So much love to all that stuff. J-Jaw marks the team was a conspiracy. I think so, too. They seen that one touchdown. Really, I think if Travis Fulgham would have scored that touchdown at the end of that last preseason game, and J-Jaw wouldn't have scored a touchdown, we'd be looking at something different. But since Travis fumbled it into the end zone like an idiot, and J-Jaw, scored against the four team D, then that's the reason why we got that going that way. He says, I truly feel like if we ran the ball at least 20 to 25 times a game, we will win 10+ games. It starts with in the trenches and our O-line, D-line, coming for blood. Fly Eagles fly. Oh yeah, Einstein. That's 100% correct, and that's exactly what we've been talking about. If we run that ball this year, Miles Sanders don't need to be like Derrick Henry, and get like 20, 30, rushes a game. He don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? But what he does need is 15 to 20 rushes and like an extra 5 touches. 25 touches total for Miles Sanders in the game would be excellent. Ratio. We need to run the ball 60% of the time. At least 50-50, but I would say 60-40, maybe even like 45-35, somewhere in that range, 45-55, somewhere in that range to win a lot of games this year. J Jaw versus Dr. Vosky. I don't know who that is. Who is a punt returner kickoff for us? As of now, what I heard was they had Rager back there.
Boston Scott, man, undefeated.
Boston Scott was back there. I don't know. I didn't even look at the depth chart to see who is on the official depth chart as the main. Because I even heard them saying they put Devontae Smith back there, and I said that is a no go. Do not have Devontae Smith catching pumps. No, that is zero. I don't want him on no special teams, to be honest. Let him be receiver. Let him do his thing there. We got enough young athletic players on our roster to let one of those guys, let Rager do it. He got bumped out of his starting role. He's a third receiver, so let him go catch some punts. And he's a good punt return. Last year he took one to the house. So,
right.
Let Rager do that. Over under 6 touchdowns this season. I'll let you go with that one.
Quez over under 600. I think it's going to be over. I think Quez is a stud. Quez is going to go out, and I think he's going to use his opportunity to his benefit. I don't think he's going to sleep on his opportunity. I think he sees this is his window. I think he's going to do the thing. I mean, he showed us some potential in the preseason. So I think he's definitely going to be over. I mean, if he gets those looks, I think he'll be over. I mean, it just depends on what looks he's getting. And then if he can, capitalize on the opportunity, because if he catches the ball, then more looks will come. But if he's dropping passes and he's not, then you're gonna see those looks go down.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, I believe that Quez has worked his tail off all off season long, and we are all watching this from day one. Quez came into training camp, he is balling. You know what I'm saying? He went from 5th to 4th to 3rd to starting. So he is making his way up, and I do not think it's a fluke at all. Quez will ball out this year. We got ourselves a Tyreek Hill type receiver out there. Plus, he's bigger than Tyreek Hill, so he might even be a little better. I'm not saying he's better than Tyreek Hill off jump, but I'm saying he has the potential to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm giving Quez, between 8 and 10 touchdowns this year, because I have a Jalen throwing for a lot of touchdowns. I think he can get close to 40 touchdowns this year for sure. J.J. marking the team is a high move. He can't admit he missed badly on the thing. Yeah, that is what people saying. And he also said that Lori, inside sources said that Lori actually went down and made the final decision on J-Jaw. E-Rock was on my show earlier, and he said that he heard around the inner group, and if anybody knows about it, E-Rock knows about it. And he heard that them beat reporters were saying it was all about Howie coming down, making it. J-Jaw is ass. I completely understand. Nina, thank you very much, Nina, for subscribing to both.
Thank you for subscribing.
You are faithful day one, and much love to you, Nina. How do you feel about the Mac McClain signing? Actually, I just got off a live with E-Rock, obviously. So right before that, when I first found out we got him, and I posted a video about with one of his highlights on my channel, and like from that video, what I seen, I heard I think it was Nikki came in last stream and said that she was on a Broncos channel, and she had said that they were really mad that they let him go because the guy was tearing it up in practice. So, if he's tearing it up in practice, he could be a diamond on the rough. He must be good. The highlight I seen, they were on the 10-yard line going in for the touchdown, and he picked that in the back of the end zone, took it 104 yards for the touchdown. You know what I'm saying? He's really fast and athletic. So, you know what I'm saying? And he must be somewhat good if we got guys like Craig James and what was the other receiver? Man. I mean, the other cornerback we had, what's his name? I don't know why he's airing, man. I mean, he was the backup, the starting cornerback last year for us. The young guy. Jaquette, Michael Jaquette, yeah.
Oh, Jaquette. Okay.
We have both of those guys, Craig James and Jaquette, on our practice squad, and he's not going to practice squad. He went straight to the active roster. So that means he jumped both of them to make the active roster. So he must be good, man. High hopes. We never gonna have too many good cornerbacks. The Eagles need to go back to the back in the day when we always had good cornerbacks out there, flowing and holding down that secondary.
So said sacks over under 7 for Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat is projected to have a big season and he's on the lookout. And I read a couple things about Joshua. People were looking out for him to see, that saying that he's probably going to do well this season. So I'm going to go over for Josh. I think he's going to have a big season.
Double-digit sacks this year. He had 7 last year. So I guarantee Bit Sweat's going to have double-digit sacks this year, man. No doubt about that.
What's your my Twitter handle? My Twitter handle is so_Carm. That's just like my Instagram. My Instagram is so_Carm. My Twitter is so_Carm, and so is my YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. So definitely, if you like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram or Twitter. Follow back.
And the link is inside the comments for the YouTube page. So go ahead and hit that subscribe, my guy. He said, "Oh damn, I forgot about Boston Scott."
How could you forget, man? He's a gem. The gem.
Guys out there too. That's another guy. I don't mind him doing punt return. So where we at here? Trying to catch up in the chat. Clayton.
They better not put Devontae Smith back there to field no punts, or we're going to fire the coach fast. I don't think they're doing that. I think this is just talk. Let's not even get into that because that's crazy.
Yeah, that would be so stupid.
That's stupid. That's not even talking about. Let's not even put any energy to that because that ain't happening.
That'd be so mad.
Jordy Fighter said, stopping in to say what's up. What's up, Jordy?
Okay.
I Shine 101 say, yo, Philly Mike. Mm-hmm. Hi. I guess he's talking to the podcast guy.
Yeah.
And then
podcast. What up, Shine?
What up, I Shine? Didn't know you had a channel. I just subbed to Carm. Thank you so much, Jinx, for subscribing to my channel.
Jinx,
appreciate you.
God, Jinx, tell him how many games the Eagles winning this year, Jinx. You tell him.
He said 11. Didn't he say 11?
No. My boy Jinx is on my page. He's on my fan side. Everybody's like, you're the fan content creator, because on my fan side, 17-0 until proven otherwise. You know what I'm saying? I don't see a team on this schedule that I'm scared of. Everybody say Kansas City, Tampa Bay, they're still beatable teams. Any given Sunday, Tampa Bay's coming to Philly on a short week, and it's time for Big Red to take that L. I'm tired of him beating us. I love him so much, but I am definitely tired of him beating us, and I think this is the year we change all that. So, yeah, there you go, my guy. 17-0 until proven otherwise. That's my boy, Jinx. I rock with Jinx, man. I rock with Jinx.
Bruno said, 17 and what? Haha. Yeah, facts. Hey, listen, we're all bird gang in this chat, in this podcast right now. So, I think we all can agree with that. We're going to have the confidence. We're going to put, have positive energy.
And that's what I am. I'm
towards
a
the team.
Guy, so
I see that. You're very passionate. You're very passionate, and I see that.
Energy into the air,
That's all we can listen. That's all we can do, because again, we ain't seen no play yet. So all we can do is just push some positive energy out there and just wait till Sunday. That's it. I just want Sunday to go down. I feel like it's all good to speculate, but Sunday that'll be when the rent is due, right? So let's collect.
Rent is gonna be due, but we got a guy making them payments. Goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts said he ain't missing no payments. All right, we had an hour here, so let's go ahead and try to wrap this one up. At the end of my show, all first-time guests have to give me their all-time Eagles team. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the chat, what the chat talking about. It's your team. It could be from just players you watch, your favorite players, even if the guy wasn't good, but you liked him. It is your team for sure. So, I'm going to start it out. I'm going to give you a player, position, and how many players I want from that position, and then we'll go from there, and we'll get it rolling here.
Okay.
Hold on real fast. Let's see what it says.
Thank you, Nina.
I'm an Eagles fan, but man, we got defeated. Hey, you tell your girl, 17 weeks from Sunday, she better watch out. Something special might be coming. Just follows you. Yeah, much love to you, Nina. Why is Sunday taking so long? Exactly, James. It needs to get here already. So let's go ahead and start it off. I need 2 quarterbacks from you.
I'm going to go with Donovan McNabb, of course, the classic. Mm-hmm. Got to go McNabb. And then I'm going to go Nick Foles, Big Dick Nick, just because he got us a chip. You know what I'm saying? You always got to have homage to Nick Foles because, he won us the championship. So
Nice. Give me 3 running backs.
Brian Westbrook, LaShawn McCoy, and that's hard. Those are kind of like my top 2.
Yeah, you want to throw? We got Ricky Flown Waters. You can throw in there. We got.
Sorry, I'm gonna go off of a really weak. It's not gonna be weird, but I'm just gonna go off the path not taken. I'm just gonna say Miles Sanders because he's a Penn State.
There you go.
He's a
Miles
young buck.
Sanders is the Eagle.
He's a young buck, and I rock with Penn State all day, every day. Bleed blue and white, we are all that. So bam,
Boom,
Miles Sanders.
boom. All right, give me 2 tight ends.
Tight ends.
What up, B-Dog?
I'm gonna have to go with Zach Ertz, and then you know what? Dallas Goedert. Screw it.
Dallas got it. Yeah, keep the Bucks, the young guns on the team. I like it. Hey, thanks, Aisha, for following Carm and also subbing me up. You know how that is. And also don't forget to sub the network up because we're both going to be on that network. There's going to be a lot of other great Eagle content creators on that network starting Sunday. So sub up the network. Links in the top of the chat.
So Philly Talk Podcast says she'd be interviewing Ballbush. Hope you rock with the Sixers. Of course I rock with the Sixers. You already know.
Boom. Sixers. She's Philly all day. All Philly.
All day. I do other sport. I do other. I cover all NBA, all NFL. But you know, we rocking with the hometown.
Yeah.
Thank you for subscribing, Birdman. Appreciate you.
Yeah, Birdman. What up, my guy in the building? How you doing? Give me 4 receivers.
Deshaun Jackson.
Okay.
Terrell Owens.
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun Jackson, Terrell Owens. I'm trying to think.
And I am your safety net. If you need me to start throwing out the names.
Throw some names.
I can throw out the names. So you got Jeremy Maclin. You know, you got Mike Quick. You got the Hall of Famer Harold Carmichael that just came out. You know what I'm saying? That's going to the Hall of Fame this year. You got Fred Barnett. It was good. You got Dante Stallsworth, Kevin Curtis. We got Terrell Owens, John Jackson, Jeremy Maclin. You know, Jason Avant was a solid receiver for us.
Yeah. I want to go Avant because I remember him from back in the days. Avant.
And then
I'm gonna say Macklin too, just because I've watched him play.
There you go. I like Maclin. All right, and then give me your starting offensive line.
Jason Peters. Jason Kelsey.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Brooks, John Runyon.
Mm-hmm.
How many you said?
This is a starting 5.
So I said Jason Peters, John Runyon, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Brooks. I said Brandon Brooks.
So you just need one more guard.
Lane Johnson.
Okay. We can slide somebody over. Lane Johnson. I like it. Now go with your defensive line.
Fletcher Cox.
Right.
Of course. Brandon Graham.
All right.
Reggie White.
Mm-hmm.
Clyde Simmons.
Right.
How many is that?
Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham.
That's 4.
That's 4. Give me 3 linebackers.
Jeremiah Trotter.
Trotter in the house, the X-Man. Boom.
Ike Reese.
Right.
Seth Joyner.
There you go. That's 3 really good linebackers. I like that. You stepped up with that one, girl. You stepped up with that one. I like that. That's why I picked you. Give me 3 cornerbacks.
Bobby Taylor.
That's my dog.
I'm going to go with Slay because I hated on him. I'm going to go with Slay.
Darius Slay makes the list. What's up, big play Slay?
And then, dang, I don't know. Name some.
There's a lot of cornerbacks. We can go with Eric Allen, the All-Pro, Asante Samuels, Lidl Shepard, Sheldon Brown. You know what I'm saying? Al Harris. You know, those are all ballers. You can't miss any of those guys. They're definitely all gamers. So.
Damn, I trying to tell you got to say Jerome Brown. My bad.
Yeah, Jerome Brown was a beast on that line. Yeah,
defensive line. My bad. Okay. All right, where we at now?
So how many did you say?
I said 2. What did you say? You named a couple. Just say one more for me.
Who did you say again? I forgot.
I said Bobby Taylor, and then I said Slay.
Slay. Let's go with eye shines. Troy Vincent. He was
Okay, bet. Troy Vincent, I'm down.
all right. Give me 3 corners. I mean 3 safeties.
Malcolm Jenkins, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Dawkins.
Ooh, dog in the building.
And then safety. Name a couple for me. I'm drawing blank.
Lewis. You know, Quentin McHale. You got who else is good? You can go with Rodney McLeod. You know what I'm saying? He's a good Eagle.
I'm gonna go McLeod because I watched him.
Yeah. Kicker got to be David Akers, right?
Facts. I already had that down there.
Yeah, punter. You got Cam Johnson or Donnie Jones. I would pick if it was me. One of those guys. Whichever one you go with, you definitely
Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson. Who's gonna be your defensive coordinator?
Jimmy Johnson.
Jim Johnson. Woo! I missed the Jimmy. And guess what's so excited about this team? We're going back to the Blitzburg over here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be blitzing again. We got to stick defense down. We're going to be bringing some of that Jimmy Johnson fire. Go ahead and give me the head coach, and everybody knows who this guy should be.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid. I like it, man. That is a great list there. Good. You did your homework. You did it good, girl. That is definitely a good football team there. Hey, shout out to the 20 in the chat. Please, you guys go hit
Appreciate
that like button. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost a thing. It is free. And subscribe to my girl, So Calm. Her link is also in the description. Go subscribe to me if you have not subscribed before. Go subscribe to the network. Dropping this Sunday, pre-game, post-game. Coming with that Eagle Fire all season. 7 days a week of Eagle Fire. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you watch it. You know, So Calm show is going to be on Tuesday nights. So make sure you guys on the network Tuesday night. So Calm got her show. I got my shows all throughout the week, off and on. So we don't need to get there yet. There will be a schedule brought out this week. So we're still working on everything. And much love to all you guys. Go ahead and give them one more breakdown of where they can find you at on all your social platforms.
Yeah, everybody, if you want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter. My handle is @so_carm. That's for my Instagram and my Twitter. My YouTube is @so_carm. Mm-hmm. Follow me. Subscribe, please, if you like. I do. So I do actually, obviously, I do football, all NFL football I do, but I cover NBA basketball. So I do a segment. My podcast is called Hoops of Carm. So I do Hoops of Carm videos on my page. I go interview runs in Philly. I interview players at runs in Philly. So I just cover like basketball in the city and just in general NBA basketball. I do my critiques as to why teams won or lost. So I know ball, love basketball, love sports. So definitely if you're interested in basketball, football, definitely subscribe to my channel, So_Carm. And my Instagram and my Twitter is the same handle, So_Carm. So appreciate y'all. Thanks for having me on. I'm really happy to be a part of the team. I had fun. Y'all have a great night because, you know what I'm saying, we hitting the 10 o'clock hour.
Yeah, we about to get up on here. And don't forget, birthdays for your girl, your guy, your mom, your dad. Go get you a La Terrain watch. Use promo code BIRDGANG31. They are sponsoring this channel, so make sure you go help them back out and go get your La Terrain watch. So until next time, like I always say, guys, fly, Eagles, fly. This was Bird Gang Nation Sports Talk. I'm your host, BIRDGANG31, and we are out. Peace.
He chose not to have the surgery. He chose to rest and relax and hope it goes away. And then he ended.
We took a look at Gilmore, and if we got Gilmore, we win the division. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like Stephon Gilmore.
Richard Rodgers. He's with our team over the last couple of years. But this is about our 4th time picking him up. What does that mean for